Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. If you clicked on this video, you're probably wondering why Saturday Night Live is suddenly MIA tonight. No promos, no new sketches, no cold open, just radio silence. Well, the truth behind SNL's unexpected break is stirring up more questions than answers. From production shakeups to behind-the-scenes tensions and a surprising scheduling twist, we've got all the details on why the show isn't airing tonight, and when you can expect it to return. Buckle up, because this story has a lot more layers than you think. Let's get into it. If you tuned in tonight expecting to see a brand new episode of Saturday Night Live, you're not alone. And you're not imagining things. The iconic late-night sketch comedy series is officially taking the night off, and fans everywhere are trying to figure out why. Usually, SNL is pretty straightforward with its schedule. It runs in blocks, takes breaks between cycles, and comes back with a heavily promoted host and musical guest. But tonight's absence wasn't met with the usual drumroll of announcements, which only fueled confusion. So what's going on? Why isn't SNL airing tonight? And perhaps even more importantly, when is it coming back? Let's start with the basics. SNL often takes short hiatuses throughout the season, usually after 2 or 3 consecutive live shows. These breaks allow the cast, writers, and production team to reset, breathe, and prepare for the next round of episodes. On paper, tonight's break is one of those routine pauses. But what's interesting is how this particular hiatus has caused ripples online. Many fans only realized SNL wasn't new when they checked their TV guide or tuned in to find a rerun. No official announcement? That's not business as usual. Behind the scenes, there are a few key factors causing the confusion. First, the current season has already had a slightly irregular rhythm. Some hosts had to be shuffled around because of scheduling conflicts. A musical guest backed out at the last minute for reasons that still haven't been publicly explained. And insiders say the writing staff has been dealing with a particularly tight turnaround due to multiple last-minute script changes earlier this month. When you combine all of that, a break makes sense, but again, the silence about it is unusual. Now here's where things get a bit more interesting. Several cast members reportedly hinted during rehearsals last week that the break might stretch longer than usual if one of the upcoming episodes needed to be pushed. Nothing dramatic, but enough to make fans wonder if tonight's gap in the schedule may be tied to some behind-the-scenes reshuffling. A few production assistants even joked online that the whiteboard changed 5 times in one morning. That's usually a sign that the planning stage got messy. But before we get carried away thinking there's chaos at 30 Rock, here's the real deal. SNL is simply taking its standard mid-cycle hiatus. The show will return soon, very soon, and the team is already gearing up for the next episode. The return date has been set, and although the show hasn't blasted it all over social media yet, it's expected to be announced officially within days. The next episode will feature a new host already locked in, and the musical guest is said to be someone fans have been begging to see all season. So when exactly is SNL coming back? The show is set to return next week. That's right, the hiatus is just 1 week long. While this break isn't uncommon, its timing has thrown some viewers off because it falls between 2 high-profile episodes. The last episode generated a ton of buzz online, and the next one is expected to draw in even more viewers. Taking a pause in the middle of that momentum may seem strange, but insiders say it was necessary to reset the production timeline and give the cast a breather. But here's the twist. People who work closely with the show say this break isn't just about the schedule. It's also about recalibrating the tone of the season. The writers reportedly want to shift direction slightly, leaning back into the sharper political satire SNL is famous for, especially as we approach a busy news cycle. Some sketches in recent episodes were rewritten multiple times during dress rehearsals, signaling that the team wasn't fully satisfied with how the material was landing. A 1-week break gives them time to fine-tune the upcoming show, especially if the next host is someone whose comedic style requires tighter writing. There's also been chatter about one particular sketch from the previous episode that didn't air, something involving a surprise cameo that had people in the audience buzzing but never made the final cut. Rumors say the cameo might happen in the next episode instead, which means the production team may be using this week to secure the guest and confirm the logistics. Whether that cameo will actually happen is anyone's guess, but fans are already speculating wildly online. Another angle worth noting: cast fatigue. This season has been unusually demanding, with a significant increase in guest appearances, musical performances that required extensive staging, and multiple pre-taped segments. The cast has been stretched thin. Several cast members hinted on social media that they were looking forward to a tiny break to recover their voices and energy. SNL is a live show, and live television demands stamina. A short hiatus is sometimes the only way to maintain the quality fans expect. So let's recap. Why isn't SNL new tonight? It's a standard off week, but the lack of prior promotion made it feel more mysterious than usual. When will it return? Next week, with a fully prepped cast, writers whose notebooks are reportedly stuffed with new ideas, and a host who might just break the internet. Fans can relax. SNL isn't going anywhere. The show is just taking a breath before diving back into what's shaping up to be one of the most unpredictable stretches of the season. And if the chatter from insiders is any indication, that next episode will be worth the wait.